Copenhagen is a city known the world over as a cycling city. And there is indeed a lot of cycling to be seen. To me, the city is most of all a childhood memory. I have visited Copenhagen a lot, especially in the 1970s. I remember strolling down Strolle, the first pedestrianised street of the city, and enjoying the Tivoli amusement park. There were also big roads and a lot of traffic. Unfortunately, there is still a lot of motor traffic in Copenhagen, besides the many people cycling. It is good to see people of all ages and backgrounds cycling. There's also a lot of infrastructure for cycling. Bridges like this one, and many cycle tracks. I prefer these protected one-way cycle tracks. They are nicer than being near traffic in an on-street cycle lane, and also nicer than these stepped cycle tracks that bring you far too close to moving motor traffic. There are of course dedicated traffic lights and wayfinding signs, especially for cycling. Sometimes you see two-way cycle tracks, but they can be too narrow, unless they are on a cycle bridge where walking is not permitted. The one thing Copenhagen clearly lacks is protected intersections. You cycle with motor traffic, and that can feel quite intimidating on the many huge intersections. There is often a blue strip of paint that tells everyone where cycling takes place. But if you want to take a left turn, you have to wait in a corner, unprotected, until the lights change. Some people then find protection by behaving like a pedestrian. They choose the crosswalks to make their left turn. Copenhagen has some nice gadgets, such as the footrest and armrest near a traffic light at some locations, or the bicycle counters to let people see they are one of many. Unfortunately, these counters do not always count very well. There are almost no dropped curbs in Copenhagen. Instead, you find these annoying asphalt blobs everywhere. Not only are they inconvenient when they are in your path, you really need to swerve around them, but they are also not very nice to cycle over. The angle is much too sharp. Such details go wrong more often. If you need this many warnings on a new bridge, the design was very poor. If you want to make a bridge more attractive with a swerve to the side, you shouldn't force people cycling to make such a sharp angle. Parking is another weak point of the Danes. Parked bicycles take a lot of space because you rarely see double-stacked racks. There's also very little indoor bicycle parking. This one turns out to be just a corner in a car parking garage. This lack of parking leads to bicycles being parked everywhere. When so many people cycle in your city, you are obviously doing something right. But looking at the many cars, there is still clearly room for a lot of growth in cycling. With the many details going wrong, I don't think you can say that cycling in Copenhagen is superior to cycling in some other places in the world.